Hola chicos! Okay, today we are going to learn about verbs. We have two kinds, infinitive and conjugated. And what those two words mean are, infinitive is the basic form, like to play. Conjugated is when you put it in the form of a person, like I play, we play, or she plays. So when you learn about verbs, you'll either hear infinitivo, infinitive, or conjugado, conjugated. We don't walk around saying infinitives, so we have to know how to conjugate. For example, I play basketball, I don't play basketball, I have to conjugate it. Okay, so we have three kinds of verbs in Spanish. We have AR, ER, and IR. And you can tell what kind of verb it is if you look at the last two letters of the verb. So bailar ends in AR, leer ends in ER, therefore it's an ER verb. Escribir ends in IR, therefore it's an IR verb. So that part is pretty logical. Okay. Next. When we conjugate the verb, step one is to take off the AR. So for example, bailar, get rid of the AR, and I have bail. So this is my stem. Okay, so again, step one, get rid of the AR. So we're going to take this and just get rid of it, okay? Now we have our stem, and to our stem, we have to add an ending. We have to add an ending because we have a person. A person is doing this verb, this action. So if I say I dance, I add my ending of O onto my stem. Yo bailo. If I say to, I cannot add an O here because that specific ending goes with yo. So if I have two, I'm going to make it instead bailas, okay? So this subject has to agree with this ending. Those have to connect. You already know this because we've already learned some verbs, so this should not be brand new to you. Sorry, technical difficulty. Okay, so this looks like the word bail. When you have the verb bailar, okay, there's my infinitive, which means to dance. Some of you had learned that when you described your person. So here's my stem. I have it 6 times because I have 6 different forms. Okay, so I have my stem. And then I have my 6 endings. Okay, so I need 2 elements here. 1, my stem, and then 2, my endings. Okay, and when I put them together, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so I have in black, I have my subject pronoun. There's I, you, he, she, and you. Over here I have we, you all, they, and you all. Remember that this is familiar, people you know, people your age. This is for the same but plural. This is formal, and this is formal. So in green I have my stem, bail. In blue I have my ending. And my ending has to agree with my subject. I can't say nosotros bailo or nosotros baila. That does not make sense. In English, we would say I dance, you dance, we dance. Dance stays the same. But in Spanish, we have 6 forms. So this is different than in English, okay? You got that down? Okay. So let's see. Let's take the verb tomar. Think for a second, what does tomar mean? You learned tomar apuntes. Okay? And then think, what is the first step? So what I'd like you to do is think of what does tomar mean? What is the first step? What are my endings? And then I'm going to ask you to write these forms. Okay? So what does tomar mean? It means to take. There's my infinitive. My first step, what's my first step? That's right. Get rid of the AR. So I have my stem. Tome. Okay. Step 2, I add my ending. Oh, here come the kids. Yep, they're gonna come in any second. Okay, so my endings are o, as, a, amos, ais, accent on the A for vosotros, an. So this is the only one that doesn't start with an A. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. Okay, so what is my yo form of tomar? Well, there's my stem, tom. Here's my ending, oh. Or I can go backwards. Ella, I say, oh, here's my ending. Here's my stem. Okay? And the last one, nosotros. Here's my stem. And here's my ending. This is really messy, sorry. It's hard to hold the phone and do this at the same time. Okay, so there is tomamos. The last thing I need to tell you is what these mean, okay? So let's just look at yo tomo. Okay, so I'm just gonna go up here. So yo tomo means 3 things, okay? It means I take. It means I do take. And it also means I am taking. Okay? So it's kind of crazy because one word can mean all of these 3 things. Okay? So let's just quickly recap. A are verbs. Infinitive is tomar. First step is to take off the AR. Then I add my endings. And sterile, hold on 1 second please. And it can mean 3 different things. Okay? Alright, so let's practice.